Next play is from Bulls 23 Wizards at 2K Beach. How do you define an active player? Passing, running, handling, dunking, rolling. All three defenders looking April foolish. Come on, D, that was weeks ago. Third play sent in from the wreck.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And it was quite a display as the Trailblazers arrived at the arena. A lot of thought put into those outfits. The traffic in New York City making its way back and forth between Manhattan and the borough of Brooklyn. Our setting tonight. Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. Let's see some of the numbers here for him.
And a promising trend this month is the rise in his effective field goal percentage. He's showing a lot of smarts. Shot selection has been tremendous, and it's helped his numbers a ton.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Whiteside is out there with Anthony. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Conley. And it's Powell in at the 2 guard. And for the Nets, they've got JaVale McGee. Ben Simmons is out there with Hield. Then it's Otto Porter Jr. And it's Pokusevski in at the power forward. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board. Simmons looking it over. And a wide open look for Porter. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. That's a 2 from Powell. Drains the jumper to finish the break. Powell's got 5 now.
This, to me, is where he can be lethal. In fast break situation, Norman Powell's speed's a problem.
Porter kicks to McGee. Hield against Powell. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, quick foul to pick up right away here in the first quarter.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. And it's Simmons penetrating. McGee, the basket good off the assist from Simmons.
And passes like that demonstrate the winning mindset Simmons has. A guy that wants to get his team involved.
Now here's Conley. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Philadelphia. Here's Anthony, and Anthony gets double teamed. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You too.
Brooklyn with the ball. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. McGee up top. An 11-point game for him in the win against Cleveland. And that one's good by Porter.
You can see Porter's confidence building steadily. The catch-and-shoot jumper becoming a real weapon.
And George, here we go. Porter with a block. There's the pass to Pokusevski. And it's Whiteside with the rebound.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
With the floater. Simmons against Whiteside. Simmons dishes to Hield. Paul George with the steal. Passes to Conley. Back to George. To the middle. Anthony's shot is off.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
This is a case where it's just the pure strength of Paul George, able to fight through contact so well on these shots.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. That's good from George.
Well, Paul George, smack dab in the middle of the prime of his career, and maybe underestimated, is his drive to win.
Now here's Simmons. 17 points for him last game against Cleveland.
And then there was his passing. When he wasn't scoring on his own, he was making plays for his teammates. They just couldn't figure out how to defend him.
3 on the clock. Porter outside. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Portland leading by 3. It's George on the wing. And another 3 for Portland.
Well, the 3 ball has become one of the best attributes that Paul George brings to the table. Great form, great touch.
Simmons passes to Hield. And it's blocked by... Now George. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against Philadelphia. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to catch up with the Nets head coach. We talked about the problems Paul George can cause with his defense. Coach told me the sets we run with longer passes, those need to be adjusted. George is a ball hawk and changes how you operate on the perimeter. If there's one thing we know about PG-13 guys, it's that he feasts on lazy cross-court passes. Back to you.
All right, David, thanks.
And that's not easy, but Hield is an effective scorer who's capable of finishing through that kind of defense.
Now here's Powell. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Philadelphia.
I love that he sacrificed his body over and over. His persistence at getting to the free throw line really paid off for them.
Pokusevski can't hit. Portland's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Here's Powell. Count that one. Powell's got 7 points in the game.
Put it on the deck, get by the defender. Norman Powell on the dribble drive. Okay, I see you.
Simmons passes to Porter. Stolen by George. Fast break, here we go. That's a 2 from Powell. Offensive rebound. Here's Anthony, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Oh, nice use of the up fake there. Melo got him to bite.
Now the regular season coming to a close, Greg. Some call these the dog days of the year. Winning teams ready for the playoffs, and lottery teams sometimes ready to hang it up and call it quits. It's kind of an interesting dynamic.
No doubt, Kevin. A lot of teams still have something to play for, whether it's fighting to make the playoffs or seeding. These games matter. And then with the younger teams, young players are trying to secure their future moving forward, and teams that are doing a great job of evaluating and determining whether or not they want some of those guys on the roster the following year.
Very interesting.
You know, that's an interesting point about Carmelo, one of the most prolific free throw shooters in the history of the game. Spends a lot of time at the stripe.
He hits both from the stripe.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Pass to Hield. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Hield. He's been on a tremendous roll since the All-Star break. 2nd in three-point field goal percentage. 9th in free throw percentage.
and he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And back to your point, he's second in three-point accuracy. A lot of that has to do with mental toughness. It's just hard to force him out of his comfort zone. Bamba is checked in for Brooklyn. And it's Otto Porter with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Conley with it. No points in the game yet for him. Pass to Carmelo. And here is Powell. Covered by Heel. Just 4 to shoot.
Yeah, the hustle from Simmons on D, it becomes infectious. He brings his all on every possession. And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
And here's Conley outside. And Bamba pulls it down. Nets trail by 4. Up the floor, here's Porter. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, if Porter realizes how close the defense is on him, he simply gets the contact. Still knocking down the shot, too.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
I think the thing I like best about Otto Porter, his versatility and long arms, because it allows him to impact the game in so many ways.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Taj Gibson's checked in for Whiteside. And it's Dragic in for Mike Conley. Good on both. Here's George. 6 points for him. The pass to Gibson. Powell kicks to George. Fires from the wing. Good on the jump shot. George has got 8 points. Nets trail by 4. Here's Garland. And right now he's averaging about 7 points a game. A 3 from Bogdanovic. Bangs home the trifecta.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Outside, George. That's good, and that evens things out for him. 50-50. 4 of 8 shooting this game.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
Now, here's Garland, and it's Norman Powell with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. A different look now for Portland. Vanderbilt's checked in, and it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Powell. Here's Garland. At the elbow, it's Bamba. Basket counts.
Well, don't let that lean frame fool you. Mo Bamba able to muscle through contact. Nice.
Dragic looking it over. To the paint. Here's Caldwell-Pope. He can't hit that time. And Brooklyn will come the other way. They traveled to Portland last time they faced the Trailblazers and came away with the win.
And the last time they were able to come away with that win because of their depth. Great production from the reserves.
I think sometimes the bench can make or break you in a particular game, and that was a total team effort, no question.
And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Since the All-Star break, these guys have been on fire. Courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, these are your second half scoring leaders. The 4th spot held by Paul George.
He is making his mark in a big way and with big points. You love to see guys get better the later in the season we get.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. Against Cleveland, he was really on his game. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table, but in reality they got to fill some roles, right? And John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are three names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. Now, here's Dragic. 26 points for him last game against the 76ers in Philadelphia. Stolen by Bamba. Here's Bogdanovich. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
George passes to Vanderbilt. Here's Dragic. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Well, this is how you shut him down. A tremendous contest against a very skilled player.
Nice shot there by Bamba.
So the basketball IQ on display for Otto Porter makes the right read there.
Now here's Dragic. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Passes it to George. Over Porter. The Trailblazers with a new shot clock. Shots good by Gibson.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
And here is Garland. And here's Bogdanovich for 3. Unable to get that one. Trailblazers trail by 4. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. That is prototype rebounding right there. He gets the position down low, boxes out, and then corrals it.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Porter against George. And it's George again missing.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
George, he gets that one. George has got 12 in the game.
Well, individually, he is doing everything he can in this 12-minute session, but he's just not getting enough help.
Pass to Bogdanovich. 1:09 left to play in the first quarter. 5 on the clock. There's Garland. Caldwell Pope with some nice D.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Dragic left side. And that one goes long. Brooklyn leading by 4. And here's Bogdanovich for 3. Buries it from three-point range. Bogdanovich has got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Brooklyn. And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for Portland. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
Yeah, facing that hostile crowd, they just found a way to kind of tune out the noise and focus on the game.
Well, the best way to silence a crowd is with your offensive game. Those fans got quiet in a hurry when the buckets started raining down.
And the Nets with possession here. Now Garland. Outside Bogdanovich. He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots of the game right here.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
And he makes the first. So he gets them both. And so it's Brooklyn in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. Right back after this break. And chatting earlier with Ben Simmons, he addressed the scrutiny that players have to deal with on a daily basis.
For me, it comes with blocking criticism from people I don't really need to hear from. You know, I don't mind. Everyone has their opinion. Everyone's going to say something, which is fine. But at the same time, I got to worry about, you know, what I need to focus on.
And with social media now, Greg, blocking out the noise has become for these players even harder.
I mean, truth is, people like to criticize others. We should be celebrating what Simmons has accomplished at a very young age.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
On the court for the Trailblazers, Dragic is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Then it's Taj Gibson. Then it's Paul George. And it's Vanderbilt in at the 4 slot.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Trailblazers trail by 9. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one is on Hield.
Yeah, KCP steady there at the line. Nice work to draw the contact.
Well, the passion in New York as a pro sports city, Greg, is unquestioned. Talk about the pros and cons, though, of being a player in New York.
You know, the opportunity personally and professionally is immense, no doubt about it, but so is the media scrutiny. It can be very intense, and the fanaticism does make it hard to live a normal existence. And I think the guys who embrace being in a city like New York are the ones that typically are able to perform at the highest level.
So you can either thrive because of it or wilt because of it. Just kind of what your personal preference is.
You called it, partner, and I have seen it happen both ways.
Oh, I bet. And that one goes in, 2 from the line that time.
Yeah, much improved foul shooter. KCP also starting to get to the line at a higher rate.
Pass to Hield. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists now in this one.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Back to Dragic. Outside Anthony. Clock at 6. Outside for Caldwell-Pope. The Trailblazers with a new shot clock. Outside Dragic. Caldwell-Pope outside. 6 to shoot. Over Hield. Portland again missing.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Ball's knocked loose. Here's McGee. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Anthony, no one around. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Well, if you let Melo get his feet set, turn the lights off.
Simmons dishes to Hield. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. And the shot goes in. Hield's got the lead up to 9 now for Brooklyn.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Conley scanning the floor. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Well, there's a certain level of quickness you've got to contend with. Mike Conley off the dribble drive.
And there's the pass to Bogdanovich. Here's Hield. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Well, Buddy Hield, the consummate gym rat. Growing up in the Bahamas, he built his own rim with a milk crate and would shoot all night. His neighbors got so tired of yelling at him to keep it down. He sprinkled broken glass under the rim to get him to move the hoop.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
To the inside. Hield against Dragic. And Greg, they said Hield would wait until his mom fell asleep and then sneak out to play basketball. And when she came looking for him, he'd take off running.
He preferred to catch that discipline at home more so than in public. But growing up in the 8 Mile Rock, a tough neighborhood, his mom rightfully very protective.
Now Simmons after the missed 3 from Goran Dragic. Here's Bogdanovich, and Whiteside sends it back. Inside. Dragic with it, now guarded by Bogdanovich. Back to Dragic, a 3-ball, drains it from beyond the arc. Now just a 4-point Nets lead.
Normally, it's Dragic providing the pass. Good to see him getting fed this time.
Passes it to Hield. At basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
You know, I think one thing Coach will address in this timeout right now is you're missing a lot of shots. Why not become more of a facilitator out there?
Powell, he's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And a look at the block shot number over the last few seasons for Hassan Whiteside.
And rim protecting is an area where he's come a long way over these past few seasons. You can see the increase in blocks over that time. He is a fearsome defender inside, and teams are thinking twice about bringing the ball into the paint when he's on the floor.
Now here's Anthony. He had 10 points in the win against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
You know what else impressed me? How infectious his tenacity was. Simply a wrecking ball on the boards, collected huge amounts of rebounds.
Brooklyn leading by 6. Outside Bogdanovich. Powell with it. He has 7. Outside Conley. Anthony right side. Fades. They grab their own miss. McGee with the block. Outside Conley. Shot clock at 6. And another shot. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Yeah, and the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Now here's Simmons. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Powell against Bogdanovich. Back to Simmons. His first shot coming late. That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. And the Nets lead by 6.
And guys, it's just beautiful watching Simmons in screen and roll situations. A manipulative master when it comes to tearing apart the defense.
Now, here's Whiteside. He had 13 points in the win against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. And so it's Brooklyn with it. The Blazers getting the bucket. A nice shot by Bogdanovic.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Here's Conley following the bucket by the Nets. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. That's on Ben Simmons.
Boy, don't let the small frame fool you. Mike Conley so tough on the interior.
The Trailblazers shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. And that one falls for Mike Conley.
Well, the seasoned veteran Mike Conley has been such a soft-spoken guy, but he has also been one of the NBA's best leaders, both on and off the floor.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. George is checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Simmons against George. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game. Taj Gibson's checked in for the Trailblazers. Here's Garland. Outside, Simmons. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
They've been doing a lot of things right in this game, but something they have to improve on is their ball security.
And Darius Garland picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And the Nets making a change here. Onley's checked in. And here are the Trailblazers now. Anthony finds Conley. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Conley's got 8 here in the quarter.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
And there's the feet of Onley. And the shot goes down.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Bounce pass Conley. Here's Anthony. Almost, but it rolls out. Last outing for the Nets. They won that game against the Cavaliers. Pass to Simmons. Up top, Bamba. Covered by Conley. Bamba kicks to Porter. 5 to shoot. No good on the triple.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Simmons passes to Bamba. Pass to Porter. Here's the 3. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Boy, a forgettable night for him, but thankfully his teammates have played well overall.
That one wide left. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
And, you know, they played a terrific all-around game. The effort level is there as well as the production.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was hard to imagine them being much better at the offensive end. They were so efficient in almost every aspect.
For Portland, they have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Vanderbilt's checked in. And that drops, so they now lead by 1. Here's Simmons. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. The pass to Porter. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. Taj Gibson picks one up.
Well, Otto Porter takes the challenge there with fearlessness, scoring through contact. Woo-hoo!
The Nets shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
One shot.
Free throw good. Porter. Now here's Conley. He's got 8. And here is Powell. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
How about the strength and explosive nature of Norman Powell? This guy excels at absorbing contact.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Anthony's checked in for Portland. The free throw drops for Powell.
Well, one thing there's no question about is that Norman Powell is a gifted athlete. Now it's about rounding out that game, particularly his shooting.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
You know, couldn't agree more with this timeout. There are far too many turnovers to get any kind of offensive rhythm. You're just trying to mix things up here.
Free throw is such an important part of the game. Here are the league leaders in that department. The 4th spot held by Paul George.
I mean, he's not going to miss many foul shots. That's for sure. He is a machine when he gets to the charity stripe.
On defense, the Trailblazers. Taken away by Anthony. Portland's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them.
That is a combination of length and defensive instinct. Send it back, Mo Bamba.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Passes it to Vonleh for the 3. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that Cameo song, Back and Forth.
Now, here is George. He's got 15. Back to Powell. Outside for George. Clock at 4. The shot, no good. Nice D from Porter. And here comes the break. Outside, Simmons. We've got 1:18 left to play here in the half. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on George.
I love the mentality for Porter. Gets inside and goes right at the defender.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good. Porter. And Porter drops them both.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Trailblazers trail by 4. Outside Conley. To the middle. Here's George. Powell trying to free himself up. And it's George finishing it off.
Well, Paul George just putting on a show right now. He's been around this league for a long time. The confidence is there.
Simmons passes to Porter. There's 47 seconds left in the first half of the game. To the inside. From down low. The shot by Vonleh, no good. And it's Conley with the ball for the Trailblazers. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. .30 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Simmons passes to Bamba. And they call an illegal screen here.
Boy, now you have to think about pulling him. 3 fouls already in this half. A fourth would be inexcusable.
Portland trailing here. Now George. He's got 17. And it's Otto Porter with the foul. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. The Trailblazers have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
And the first one drops. And both free throws good for Paul George. 6 seconds left now here in the second. Right side, Porter. Over George. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, you know, some might say, hey, can we just skip the replay this time around? But you just never know.
And it looks like they got it right this time. No basket. The clock had expired while the ball was still in his hands.
Yeah, and even if they don't show it, I know the refs are proud of themselves after a replay proves them right. They're like, see, we had it right all along. So good call, fellas.
And so it's tied as we head to halftime. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, it's a hard game so far. Going into the second half, what will you tell your team?
We just got to compete.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you back. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Quite the tussle there in the first half, huh? Looking at the Nets, Kenny, what was your impression?
Well, it's easy to see why they've been the better team offensively. They've been shooting the lights out of the ball. They're running their strong offensive system and making the most of every good shot that they get.
Shaq, how do you think Portland played?
Well, the low turnovers really stood out to me. They didn't get loose with it or make silly passes. Nothing was forced. They had a nice flow to the offense. Guys knew where to be on the floor. That's the heads-up style of play they need to bring in the second half.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Buddy Hield is out there with Simmons. Then it's Otto Porter Jr. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Pa Kusevsky in at the 4. So that's the Nets 5. Now here's Conley, the fast break opportunity. High arcing shot. It's deflected, and they'll keep possession. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Nets shooting at 51%. Really solid. Healed the pass to Simmons. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Nets lead by 2.
I admire Simmons' ability inside. That's where he's an elite finisher.
The Trailblazers shooting the ball at 42%. Powell, the pass to Anthony. Trailblazers moving the ball around. The shot by Powell, no good.
Well, an 0 for 3 start to the half. You need to pick it up and start to put some pressure on your opponent.
Healed against Conley. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That is his first foul of the game. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. 6 on the shot clock. And Simmons kicks to McGee. Over Whiteside. Rebounded by Anthony. And it's Anthony with the ball for Portland. To the paint. Here's George. That's in there. Conley with the assist. George has got 21 in the game.
Oh, my goodness. Paul George under duress of exceptional defense. No problem.
And that one's good by Porter. For Portland, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. George looking around. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And the upcoming schedule for Brooklyn. On Sunday, they'll take on Chris Middleton and the Detroit Pistons. Then on Tuesday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Indiana, going up against the Pacers.
In that game against Milwaukee, it's a chance for them to come out and knock off the top dog in the league. A win there can be a big step forward for this team.
The first free throw is good. Goran Dragic is checked in for Mike Conley. And so he hits both. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Pass to McGee. Here's Pokusevski, taken away by Anthony. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Anthony with the bucket.
Don't you love it when you've got a small forward who can pass the basketball just like Paul George did there? Makes it look easy.
Healed the pass to Porter. Count it. And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. They get Hassan Whiteside.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
The Nets have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9. Free throw good. Porter. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Dragic the pass to Anthony. George against Porter. And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Bogdan Bogdanovic, he's checked in for Otto Porter Jr. To the right side. And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
Oh, picked up his 4th foul. Maybe have to scale back his aggressiveness with plenty of time left in this one.
And so here's Portland. They trail by 1.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the 3rd. Outside Dragic. There's the dish to Anthony. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Anthony's got 5 points in the quarter.
You know, guys, looking at Miller's career, he turned into a much better three-point shooter in the latter stages of his career.
Down low. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the 3rd now. Here's Simmons. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. Whiteside's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Healed against Dragic. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Simmons. Pass to McGee. Shot left block. Good work there as it goes. McGee's got 6.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
And what a factor Ben Simmons is on the floor. Does so much for this team in every facet of the game. He's a triple-double threat whenever he suits up.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
Simmons with it. Healed outside. Just 5 to shoot. And it's blocked by Whiteside. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. It's Powell on the wing. Outside Dragic to the paint. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well. And sometimes people forget just how young Ben Simmons is, Greg. This is just the beginning for him.
I mean, and that's what fans are missing about Simmons, his age. I mean, you can worry about his shot, but he has a long time to figure it out. He could end up having a Jason Kidd type of a career where he becomes a solid shooter later on.
Nets trail by 6. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And Whiteside sends it back. And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. It's the Nets now. And now Portland on the break. Here's Powell. And that one, good. And now an 8-point Trailblazer lead.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
And the pass to Hield. That one goes. Count it.
And smart decision by Hield. Surveys the defense and then just takes it himself.
Anthony taking his time here. Rebounded by the Nets. Pakusevski's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
Now here's Dragic. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. To the middle. And there's George. That's good on the assist by Dragic. Dragic has got his 3rd assist on the night. And Simmons has got the ball here for the Nets. 8-point game. Pass to Pakusevski. Here's McGee, and the slam dunk by McGee.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. Powell, the pass to Dragic. Kicks it to George. Dishes it to Whiteside. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. Paul George really making a difference here.
You've got to take a timeout, take a breath, and come up with a plan for how to stop this guy.
Taj Gibson's checked in for the Trailblazers. Here's Garland. Healed outside. Outside Bogdanovich. And it's Portland with the rebound. Whiteside's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And here's George for three. A rebound by the Nets. Here's Garland. No good from outside. Portland leading by 8. Powell inside. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Brooklyn's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Outside Bogdanovich. To the inside. Here's Vonleh. Doesn't go for him. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Here's George. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on Mohamed Bamba.
Well, make no mistake, Paul George is a physical guy. He will not shy away from contact on these moves.
Great shooting for him at the foul line tonight. 7 of 7.
And how about the job he's done at the free throw line?
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Porter's checked in for Brooklyn. Anthony's checked in for the Trailblazers. And George drops them both. Here's Garland. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Hield. 14 points for him. Poked away. For Brooklyn, they haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10. They throw good. Garland.
Well, we know that injury ended Darius Garland's college career right at its infancy. But this guy smartly used his recovery time to focus on getting ready for the NBA. And boy, he's proven he can be a gifted player.
Trailblazers leading by 8. Inside, here's Whiteside, and the jam by Whiteside.
Love the way Paul George shares the rock. Sometimes I think doesn't get enough credit for his ability as a distributor.
Garland, the pass to Bogdanovich. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Anthony kicks to Powell. Pass to George. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by Hield. Nets trail by 8. Pass to Garland. The pass to Bogdanovich. Now Bamba. It's tipped, and it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony. As we close in on the start of the playoffs, let's see how the West is stacking up. You look at Portland. They're trying to get in the playoffs here. If they stay the course, they will.
And right now for the Trailblazers, they've moved toward the postseason with one of the best records in the league. Safe to say, this is not where most people thought they'd be at this stage of the year.
Well, there really was no way you could have predicted they'd have this kind of season. The only people that aren't surprised are the players and the coaches themselves.
And you see the confidence Dragic has in his shooting. He knows he can sink those shots.
Now, here's Garland. Bogdanovich looking around. And it's sent back by George.
No doubt the fight's there. They're trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
This is Powell at his best. In attack mode, he is hard to stop.
Nets trail by 13. Out to the right wing. Passes it to Bamba. And Bogdanovich kicks to Bamba. The wide open look here for Garland. The three-pointer is right on target. Garland's got 7 points. Portland's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Here's Powell. Falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Now, here's Bamba. 5 points in the game. Here's Bogdanovich, and Whiteside sends it back. Dragic with it. Garland picks him up. The shot by George, wide open. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist.
Well, you love that they've been able to rely on him time and time again. You love the effort here late.
Hield attacking over Whiteside, and it's blocked by Whiteside. And here is Garland. He's got 7, 4 on the clock. Here's Bamba. Goran Dragic grabs the board. Trailblazers leading by 15. From deep, George. And another 3 for Portland.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
And it's Hield off the drive. Misses from close range.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
That's tipped. Stolen by Garland. Here's Bogdanovich. And Bogdanovich throws it down.
Well, you simply cannot be careless around Darius Garland. He is going to anticipate, take it away, and make an easy opportunity.
George, no good. Nets trail by 16. Outside Bogdanovich. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Now, here's Garland. He's guarded closely. Shot clock at 5. Pulls it up. Misses the jumper. Stolen by Bamba. Missed inside. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's the Trailblazers up by 16. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Portland leading by 16. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Anthony out there with Paul George. Then it's Conley. Then there's Dragic. And it's Whiteside in at the 5 down low. He was all alone on that one.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Here's Pokusevski. After the made shot from Goran Dragic. Pokusevski with the bucket. Pokusevski's got his first points of the game. And so Conley will bring the ball up for Portland. To the middle. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got his third assist on the night.
Boy, Carmelo Anthony is capable, when he wants to, of spotting that open man. Pretty pass.
Now here's Porter. Outside for Simmons. Hield from outside. Rebounded by Anthony. Anthony's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And here we go. Brooklyn, fast break. Healed the pass to Simmons. Here's Pokusevski. Trains the three-pointer.
And Simmons is just the total package. I mean, a player that can really dish it to his teammates.
Outside Dragic. Poked loose. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Outside Simmons. Here's Hield, and he banks in the layup.
A guy like Buddy out-hustles other players on the floor. He gets inside, and there he finishes strong.
Now George. Outside Anthony. George with the ball. 4 on the shot clock. To the inside, and George with the stuff.
This is how athletic Paul George is, an absolute monster around the rim.
Nets trail by 15. Here's Simmons. Pass to Hield. Shoots. Misses off the left iron. The Trailblazers have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Dragic left side. Whiteside inside. Guarded by Porter. Just 5 on the clock. Anthony. The rebound by the Nets. Pokusevski's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Hield dishes to Porter. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
Stretching out to finish past the defender. Porter scores inside and out.
Now a timeout called by Portland. And Brooklyn making a change here. McGee's checked in. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. He's encouraged where they are at this point in the game, but he told his guys things can turn in a blink. What we need to do is execute the rest of the way. So we'll see if they can finish this one off, Kevin.
Thank you, David.
You can see that defenders try to play with a level of physicality against Mike Conley, but this guy's such a tough competitor, he'll get to the line.
Doris, you and I know the quality of play in the NBA bubble is terrific, and some people have said a lack of travel a possible reason why. The league, we think, looking at ways to reduce travel moving forward.
Exactly, Kevin. And one option on the table is the, quote, series model. You see it in baseball, where you play consecutive games against the single opponent. So what about the states with multiple teams? New York or California? Can you play all of those teams in one trip? This not only preserves players, but it also cuts travel expenses, something the league is looking hard at.
And Conley drops them both. Now here's Simmons. Guys, their comeback bid had better get started.
I don't know, guys. It's going to take a pretty big run to get back in this one.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Michael Conley picks one up.
And very quietly, Hield is one of the best three-point shooters in our league, as dangerous as they come.
Free throw drops for Hield.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Both free throws good from Hield. Trailblazers leading by 13. Outside Conley. Back to Dragic. From past the arc. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 4 assists in the game.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And here's McGee. Pass to Pokusevski. Clock at 6. And stolen by Whiteside.
He completely lost focus since the break, turning the ball over multiple times. And that's after no turnovers in the first half.
Down low. Here's George. Count that one. George has got 43 points.
Well, they're just riding the hot hand down the stretch, and he's been in a zone all night.
Tipped away. Stolen by Michael Conley. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
The speed in transition. Paul George is dynamic in space.
George, no good on the free throw. Nets trail by 20. Outside, Simmons. Outside, Porter. Now McGee to stop the run. He takes it up and lays it in.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
And it's Otto Porter with a foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Anthony with it, and McGee picks him up defensively. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Fouls checked in. On defense, the Nets. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Now the pass to Conley. 5 on the clock. Deep 2 from Anthony. Rebounded by McGee. McGee's got 4 rebounds in this game. Simmons against George. And it's Simmons penetrating. And it's in there.
Oh, no answer for Simmons. A tenacious scorer who finishes with muscle through contact.
That's good from Simmons.
The first pick in the 2016 NBA draft, Simmons has been a phenomenal addition to our league.
Now here's Conley to the paint. Here's George. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 6 assists in the game.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Hield with the bucket. Hield's got 6 points in the quarter.
And how about the terrific use of the crossover there to just throw the defender off balance?
Anthony finds Whiteside. Passes it to Conley. Offline with his 3. And here's Hield. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Down by 15. Outside for Simmons. Trying to find Hield and gets it to him. And it's sent back by George.
How about the timing from Paul George on that rejection? Twice on the pipes.
Powell, the pass to George. This one for three. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. Here's Hield. Simmons with it. Hield right side. Again, Hield missing. Trailblazers leading by 15. It's stolen by Hield. In transition, here come the Nets. Porter's running. Pass to Simmons. Hield outside. Portland grabs the miss.
I don't know if he's tired or what, but he is definitely holding back a little bit, and he has to step his game up right now.
And it's blocked. Here's Simmons. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Powell, that's good.
Timeout.
Powell's got 20 points.
Boy, if Norman Powell does this kind of work on a consistent basis, look out, folks. He is cooking right now.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. Paul George really making a difference here.
Well, I think this is a necessary timeout so they can figure out a way to limit the impact this guy's having from three-point range. They've got to dedicate more resources to their perimeter D.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Paul George.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
And with their spot in the postseason assured, he's picking up just at the right time to be on top of his game. Here's Simmons. Hield outside. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Conley, the pass to Carmelo. To the middle. Brooklyn with the rebound. Simmons got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Porter. Hield kicks to Simmons. Back to Hield. Pass to Pokusevski. Clock at 4. And that one is off. Now Portland takes it the other way. They led the game at 1 point by 20.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Now here's Powell. Conley gets the bucket.
Well, inside, Mike Conley has got to be savvy, and he is in that instance.
Simmons against Conley. He gets it in there.
I love the advantage he has from a speed standpoint. Does a great job of creating separation for that shot.
Now here's George. Over Porter. Second shot opportunity, and it's laid up and in by Conley. Conley's got 8 points in the quarter.
And boy, he can see blood in the water attacking a somewhat helpless team right now.
Well, you love that there's no let up in how they're playing. They want to dominate every aspect, including second chance points.
Hield can't hit. Trailblazers leading by 16. They double team Conley, and the pass to Anthony. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Trailblazers.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the boards.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games.
Important. With this win, they split the season series at a game apiece and also avoid the sweep, and that has to be a relief.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Paul George.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Free throw, good, Whiteside. Simons, he's checked in for Mike Conley. And both free throws good from Whiteside. There's 48 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. To the inside. Here's Bamba, and it's blocked by Whiteside. And here's Bazemore. Batum scanning the floor. Down low. Here's Simons. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for them.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Outside, Batum. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Paul, a great team effort defensively. So what were your points of emphasis?
You know, we do a great job of helping one another and being in gaps. And, you know, if we're going to get beat, it's going to have to be, you know, beaten by contested shots and the ball being swung. You know, so that's what we had to do. We had to sit down, guard guys, and, you know, make them play on the offensive end as a team.
Well, y'all were real disruptive tonight, man, and it led to the win. Congratulations. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.